Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we shall be looking at some problem on the general terms of the given AP. From the previous video, we know the general term of the given AP is given by this formula AN, that is A, the first term multiplied with the common ratio raised to power n minus 1. This is the formula. We'll be making use of this formula in order to solve the questions based on the general term, right? So the first question here tell us that we need to find both the 10th term and the nth term of the given AP. So in this case, the value of geometric progression itself is given to us, which is 5, 25, 125 and so on. So that means you can identify the first term here. 5 is the first term. So the value of A is 5. Now what about R? Can you identify what is R? Because in a geometric progression, we know the ratio of any two consecutive terms is equal to R. So we may either have 25 by 5 or we may calculate 125 divided by 25. Both would result in giving you 5. So that means value of R in this case is equal to 5. Now you know the value of A, you know the value of R. We can make use of this formula in order to calculate the 10th term and the nth term. For the 10th term, we need to substitute n is equal to 10 here, right? So our 10th term would be obtained, we can write this to be A10. It would be A r raised to power 10 minus 1. So it would be A r raised to power 9. The value of A is 5. The value of R is also 5. So we can substitute both the values here, right? So that we can simplify and have our answer as 5 raised to power 10. You may either solve this one or you can leave it just like this. There is no issue, right? What about the nth term? The nth term is obtained from the formula itself, an, which is A r raised to power n minus 1, right? The value of A is 5, the value of R is also 5, so we can substitute it here and you can see we have the power as 1. So when base are same, we can add up the power, so it would be 5 raised to power 1 plus n minus 1. So this 1 and 1 cancel, so we would be left with 5 raised to power n, which is our answer, right? So this is the first question. Let's move on to the second question. In the second question, they are saying the given GP is 2, 8, 32 and so on, right? We need to tell which term of the GP is this one. So what is the value of n here? We need to determine this thing. So the given GP is 2, 8, 32. So clearly 2 is your first term. The common ratio is obtained when you divide the second term by the first term. So the second term is 8, the first term is 2. So the common ratio comes out to be 4. Now you know the value of A, you know the value of R. You can very easily determine which value is this. Now in order to determine what is the value of n, we assume that the nth term is this one and we will find the value of n from it. Now we know the formula an is equal to A raised to power r minus 1. So the value of an we have assumed to be 131072, right? A is 2, r is how much? 4. We need to determine what is n. So we will keep n as such, right? So you can write this 4 as 2 square, correct? So we have just done that. Why I am doing so? Because from here, from the power, we need to determine what is the value of n. So we need to simplify it a bit, so that this thing would become 2 raised to power 1 into 2 raised to power 2n minus 2, right? Now the bases are same, you can add up the power, so that it would be 2 raised to power 1 plus 2n minus 2. So this would simplify to give you 2n minus 1. Right? So the right hand side is 2 raised to power 2n minus 1. This term is 131072. Can we write it in powers of 2? So we can have some number here. Yes, we can do that. For that, we need to look at the prime factorization of this. So when you see the prime factorization of this number 131072, we have this prime factorization. So here you can count the number of 2's. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 such 2's. So it would be 2 raised to power 17 would give you this number, right? So we can write 2 raised to power 17 here and 2 raised to power 2n minus 1 here. So now you see on both the sides of the equation we have the same base. So that means this power and this power would be the same. so that you have 2n minus 1 is equal to 17. So from this equation you can very easily calculate the value of n, which comes out to be equal to 9. Hence for the given AP, this term is actually your 9th term, correct? So I hope you understood this question. Now let's move on to our third question. The third question here tells us that it suggests that the third term of the given GP is given to be 24 and the sixth term is given to be 192. So we are given A3 as 24, A6 as 192. So they are asking what is the 10th term. So here no information about A, no information about R is given, and no GP is given to you. So that means using this information we need to determine first of all the value of A and R. So how can we do that? Let's have a look. Because we know the formula for general term is AN is equal to AR n minus 1. So A3 would be when you substitute n is equal to 3 into this formula. So your A3 would be AR raised to power 2, right? So it is given to be 24. So we have just written it here and marked this as equation number 1. Now for this A6, we will substitute n is equal to 6 here into this expression. So A6 would be AR raised to power 5, right? And this is given to be 192. So let's mark this as equation number 2. Now what we need to do, we need to solve for equation 1 and 2 in order to determine the value of A and R. So we will solve this much portion to determine the value of A and R. So what we can do here, because the terms are in multiplication and we have A raised to power 1 here, A raised to power 1 here, we can divide both the equations. So when you divide the equation 2 by equation 1, we would have 192 divided by 24 and we would have AR raised to power 5 divided by AR raised to power 2, right? This term. Now you see this 24 and 192 divide each other by 8, right? So you have 8 here and here A and A cancels, here power subtract 5 minus 2 is 3. So we have R cube here. So that you can write 8 as 2 cube, R cube is as such. Now because the powers are the same, so that means the bases are also the same. So R is equal to 2 here. So we obtain the value of R. Now we have to calculate the value of A. So we can substitute this value in our equation number 1. So that we would have A into 2 square is equal to 24. A into 2 square is equal to 24. 2 square is how much? 4. So 4A is equal to 24. That means the value of A comes out to be 6. Now we know the value of A, we know the value of R. We can very easily compute the value of 10th term. So what is the 10th term? According to formula, it is AR raised to power 9. So we can substitute the value of A as 6, the value of R as 2 and simplify. 2 raised to power 9 is 512. 512 into 6 is 3072 and this is your 10th term. Right? So I hope you understood this question well and all the 3 questions well. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.